Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my visual diary. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we're gonna be having a get to know me tag. Guys. I just googled some questions from the internet since I don't really have such a big community yet, so we're gonna use those. So let's get into it. Oh guys, I'm using this as a microphone since I don't have one yet, so I'm using my earphones. So yeah, let's get into it. Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camera. You don't really to throw you out. Okay guys, so I'm using my earphones as a microphone since I don't really have one yet. So yeah, I'll just really narrate things about myself, like random things, or maybe like I don't know how to do the get to know me tag. So yeah, my name is Tandiwe. My name is Tandiwe, and a lot of people call me Tandiwe, which I don't like, and that's not how you pronounce my name in Ndebele, since it's a Ndebele name. I was given by my dad. At some point in his life, he stayed in Bulawayo and he could speak Ndebele, so he just really named me Tandiwe, which means the beloved, and Anodiwa in Shona. I was born on the 17th of June 2000 at Mashingo Provincial Hospital, to my mom and my dad, who were married. I'm the last born in a family of three. Like, yeah, I've got two sisters, my older sister and my other big sister. Yeah, so it's just three of us, and my mom and my dad, so we were five. And sadly, my dad passed on in 2022. So yeah, it's just now the four of us: my mom, myself, and my two sisters, and our kids and our husbands. Our kids. My surname is Bara Masimbe. It's so long, and whenever I'm like telling someone my name, is like, huh? And I have to tell him like a couple of times for the person to get it. But I really love my surname, and my other surname is Mudarika. Yeah, but I must be my maiden name, and actually have another surname that and I got to check it and they called Mudarika. But I don't really know how I feel about changing my surname, because I'm just like, do I have to? And I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know yet. I'm a mom to Bambino, and I'm a daughter to my mom, and I'm a sister to my sister and my cousins, and I'm a daughter-in-law to my in-laws, and I'm what am I? Yeah, that's basically it. And I'm a wife, guys. I'm a wife to my husband. I'm a wife, and yeah, that's basically it, guys. What else? I grew up with my parents, like in a proper family setup. My parents were married, and yeah, we were a happy family. My parents loved each other so much. Their marriage was so good, and yeah, we grew up just the five of us. But my sisters were no longer at home because they were boarders. They were in school. So much of my childhood was just me, my mom, my dad, and maybe cousins or a helper or something like that. And my favorite memory about me growing up was when it was Christmas time, and we'll get Christmas clothes. We're so happy. We're a big family with my cousins, and yeah, it was really nice. That's my favorite memory of my childhood. And also, I would be so happy when my sisters are coming back from school, like Vavara, and they'll bring me like tag, like chikafu cha vanenge vakasiya from boarding school. It was really nice as well. It was really nice growing up, guys. I grew up with my parents, and we were happy. We didn't have, like, we were not binga, but we were comfortable. We were very much comfortable, and I had a very nice childhood. Yeah, that's basically it. What else can I add? yeah, we grew up going to Roman Catholic because my parents were Catholic. So yeah, I grew up going to Catholic. Didi Manawe Holy. I actually had my uniform for the Holy Kids. I don't know because I don't go there anymore. So yeah, um, I was a very much intelligent girl in primary school. Ndayigona zvekuti do because I was in the top three, and my mom is a teacher. So yeah, I would always be reading at home. My parents were both civil servants. My dad was a war vet and a soldier. He was in the army, and my mom is still a teacher up now. So yeah, at some point, I think they were in a long distance because my dad was at work and my mom was working the other side of, and but later on, I think when I was around 10, 11, my dad then retired, and yeah, we just stayed as a family. Um, yeah, I wrote my grade 7 and I had 14 points, and I actually looked for a place to for Form 1 at Pamshana High School, and I couldn't get it. And then I went to a mission school called Jish's High School in Zaka District, Mashingo. It's an RCZ stroke Dutch mission boarding school. That's where I went for my Form 1, Form 6. Life was really good at that school. I don't really remember much, or when I remember my Form 1, Form 4, I feel some type of way because I think I was bullied. I don't know what was going on there, but I feel some type of way whenever I want to like have a throwback because I did my Form 1 in 2013 and I wrote my O's in 2016. So I don't know how I feel about that. I honestly don't know how I feel about that because I feel like I was bullied. You know, things that goes on at a boarding school and stuff. And I had my best friend in high school. Her name was Priscilla Gundan when we were like this. Yeah, that was my best friend from Form 1, Form 4. She was a very good girl, and we loved each other. And everyone at that school cherished our friendship because we looked alike, we're the same age. Like my birthday is on the 17th of June, and hers is on the 9th. So yeah, we are best BFFs. Yeah, that was me and my friend Priscilla. And I wrote my O's in 2016. But one thing that I liked about that school is it taught me to pray. That's where I learned to pray, and that's where I grow like spiritually. Because at home, we would literally just go to church and we come back and pray. My mom is actually such a prayerful woman, but at home, like she would just pray for us. Yeah. And I would also pray, but we were just like, Mari, we are sleeping. But then at boarding school, that's where I learned that you can actually pray. Because people were speculating that they are Satanists at the school and stuff and stuff. And you just really have to pray for yourself. And there were things like the intercession where you guys go and pray. I actually was one of the people who would go to the intercession, and I actually learned how to pray. Like right now, I'm a worshiper, guys. Like I'm a worshiper. Like I can pray, and I believe in Jesus Christ. So I just learned how to pray at Jishidza Mission. I'm just really grateful about that experience. Yeah, we could actually pray, we could actually fast for like 10 days. We did a lot of things, pray for one another, do this, do that. I'm really grateful that I actually did that. Yeah. So I actually prayed that I want to have 4 A's. That was my prayer. When I did my O's, when I wrote my O's, I mean, guys, Zimsek was still Zimseking. It was not like this Zimsek these days. Everybody has 10 A's. My time in 2016, if you have 2 A's, you will be like the girl you think you are. So I prayed. I'm just like, Lord, I want to have 4 A's. And I was in the science class in Form 3. I was in the science class, we were doing my science and stuff. And at some point I was like, oh, I'm going to be a medical doctor, but guys, my science is akaoma. The akaoma and tainyingirana. If I knew, because I had so much potential, I would have did them, and I would maybe be somewhere in life right now. But tainyingirana and stuff, and we dropped off those science subjects because they were but yeah, that's akaoma in like balancing the chemical equations. I just couldn't. I'm just like, no, let me stop doing this thing. And I stopped. My sister actually did tell me, bruh, like please take this serious. And I'm just like, no, I can't do it. So I dropped off my some subject that I was doing because I was actually in the first class from 3 West, and I dropped off. Um, but I actually did when I physics, when I chemistry. I actually know the periodical table of elements, and our helium, hydrogen, boron, whatever. I actually don't know that shit. I did it. And I only wrote for biology, like the science subject, biology and integrated science, on my when I wrote my O's. And I actually prayed to God. I'm just like, God, I need 4 A's. And at some point in my life, God actually did what I wanted. If I tell him that, God, I want this, he would actually do that, because I prayed that I need 4 A's. And I actually read the everything, guys, and I wrote 10 subjects. And I had 4 A's, 2 B's, 3 C's, and 1 D with biology. Because biology, I just did it for the sake of my mom. Because my mom was like, hey, you dropped off, so I just did it, and I wasn't even reading. So I only failed biology, but I wrote 10 subjects and I had 9 subjects. I'm the girl I think I am, guys. And then when I wanted to do my A's, I went the same school, and I still remember my sister was like, "No, Tandy, do maths and maybe agriculture and maybe geography, or you should." And I'm just like, "No, I want to do my arts because I loved maths so much." And like, okay, cool. And my mom was like, "Oh, they got one night since I was the last born. I was the last born, Kumbakwedu, and I was the baby." So my parents were just like, and stuff. So I actually uh, did what I wanted. I did my arts, and I did my lower six in 2017, and I wrote my A's in 2018 at that same school. And I actually did pray it that, Lord, I want 13 points, because that's what I wanted. I'm just like, no, want 13 points. And I actually had 13 points at the finals in tech exams. I had 13 points, I had an A and BB on my arts subjects. So that was it. And then my parents were so happy. They were so proud of me. Like, yeah. And then now comes the thing that we want to, like, found college, like a place for me to do my college. And I obviously have want to go to UZ, because I wanted to go to UZ, but I couldn't find the place. And I also applied. I wanted to do social work by UZ, but I couldn't find the place. And I also applied Grace Zimbabwe. Grace Zimbabwe just applied, but I didn't want to stay so close to home. I just didn't want to stay in Mashingo. So I actually got low Grace Zimbabwe University, but I so I couldn't take the offer. And then I applied Kuchinoi. I applied a couple of universities, but then I couldn't really find the perfect program to do, because I had passed. I had like flying colors. So I applied. Wait, what happened? Okay, I was panicking. Hey, I was panicking. That no people my colleagues were already going to tertiary, and I wasn't. So I still remember my sister Tendai, like, then was talking to this other, our old friend, who was at NAST. So it's like, oh, hey, my sister's actually looking for a place, and my mom is panicking and stuff and stuff. And that guy was like, okay, let me go and inquire for her for admin. And then he goes to admin. They're like, oh, how many points that the person had? Yeah, and she's like, she has 13 points. Like, oh, she can come and join the journalism media class, the bachelor's honors degree in journalism media. Like, that's the best degree kunast my arts. Okay, it's under the faculty of communication and information science. So Gary comes back to me. I was like, oh, Tandy, you should come to Blawayo with the papers and stuff. And that was really my first time going to Blawayo. I'm like, okay, cool. My mom prepared for me, and I still remember my sister took me to the bus, and I went to Blawayo. And when we got to Mbalabala, like, people were now speaking in Ndebele, I'm just like, hey. I'm panicking. And then Gary had told me, like, Nast is on Mashingo Road, so you have to drop off on your way. Okay, so I go to Blawayo, and I told the conductor, guys, need to see your banners. It's like, okay, cool. I go to Nast. I still remember I was wearing this is a hoodie, and those bags, those I was wearing those bags that were trending that time. Um, those woolly bags, like those bags you drop, like you could drop them. They were just nice. So I had my bag, and I go to Nast. I get to Nast. Then I go to Garam. It's like, hey, I'm here now. I was like, okay, cool. I'm in town. Wait for me. Like, okay, cool. Then I'm just sitting by the shades there. I'm seeing people are getting in, some are getting out, and I'm just like, eh. I was just really shocked about with the campus life. It was really my first day on campus. I'm just like, eh. Then Gary comes. He was with his friends, guys. So if you went to a mission school or a group, I don't know if it's a group B or group C school. We just really learn at those schools, guys. Nobody really taught you to how to carry yourself or how to speak good English. We're just doing the proper English language so that you can just communicate. Nobody taught you about etiquette or anything like that. So I was just there, and he comes with his friends. He's like, oh, hi guys. I'm like, hi Gary, and like, hi Tandu, how are you? We are talking. No, he didn't say hi. He's like, hi Dave, Shishi, right? Hi. And he was his friend, like, oh guys, this is Tandy, my light. And hey guys, these guys are talking in English. I'm just like, okay, cool. I could understand, but then I was just really like, oh, I shouldn't invest. I was just like, okay, cool. So we went to the admin with me, like it was like a very good family friend of ours. He helped me with the paperwork, and later on, he took me to the bus. But then one thing about NAS is just two tribes, like the Shona, people from Harare and all over, and then Ndebele. So really, people on campus really speak English much. Yeah, they do speak English much, so that you can be able to communicate. Because in my class we're like 50 something, and only people who could speak Shona were like we were proper Shonas, were like 10. The rest of the class and Ndebele. So you really have to speak in English so that you can be able to communicate. And I got the place, and then I went back home. I prepared to go back to school, and I went back to school. Gary helped me to settle. I got her house in Sunningdale. There's a place called Sunningdale in Blawayo. So it was really far from the campus, and it was really nice. Then I went to school. It was really nice, hey? And but I was staying very far, and yeah. Then the second month, I then found a place in Kumalo. That's where I met my friend Michelle. Michelle and I were in the same class, and we then started to stay together, and it was really a nice time. We really had the time of our lives. We really enjoyed, and we were very much good friends. And yeah, guys, like life was just really good. We then walk to campus, we then go back home, we're going to do that and do this. Like it was really, really nice. I think, yeah, it was really nice. Telling my part one, and yeah, guys, Papa Garaba in Nakiza, and would go out, would do this and do that. It was really nice. And then COVID happened. And we went back home because we were done with part one, and we were supposed to be going back for part two. But then COVID happened. So I was at home. I was staying with my sister by that time. And yeah, it was really nice. So my mom was like, oh, hey, you really have to take your license. And then it's 2020. So I was doing my driving license with my uncle. And so I was really very much single by that time. I was very much single, and I was going through stuff, Jolo wise and stuff. So I was going to my lesson. So Sekruang would pick me up at my house. We go do the license, and would drop me off at home. So on this particular fateful day, he was just like, oh, I'll leave you in town because I'm rushing somewhere. I'm like, okay, cool. I actually have to do some stuff in town, so you can drop me off in town. And she's like, oh, cool. So he dropped me off in town, and he left, and I did my errands. I was now going home. I was now by Synod Center, walking home, because my sister was staying close to town. It was a walkable distance, so I didn't really have to get a text or something. I would just walk home. Perfect. So now I'm walking. I just like, I just sensed that someone was looking at me, and I was like, what's going on? Then I saw a black BMW. I saw this other guy in his car. It was a BMW. It was really nice. And he was looking at me, that guy. He was driving like downwards. So when he saw me, like he turned and then he parked his car by the cathedral, by Peter and Paul in town. And I'm just like, okay. Then I'm walking. I was now by Kwaimbvane Junior Driving School before they moved, opposite the Magistrate Court. So I'm walking and I could use my phone to like see the person coming. I'm just like, oh, cool. Then he get to me because I had to stop before crossing the road since Papa need traffic. And he get to me but didn't say anything. I'm just like, oh, maybe I was imagining things. I'm just like, okay, cool. Then I'm walking and I get to Tel One. I just passed Tel One. Then that I saw that guy again, and I saw this person in the car. It's like, oh hi, can I give you a lift? I'm just like, oh no, I'm almost there because my sister's was done. Tata to Shika, like I think there were only 3 houses. Like, oh no, I can just check with them. Like, okay, cool. It wouldn't have to get a BMW. It's like, okay, cool. Then I get in the car, and he took me. We parked at my sister's gate, and we started talking. Hi, like my name is Tapua and stuff. Like, oh hey, I'm Tandy. Like, we started talking. I was a kid, hey, because I was 19. Like, I was turning 20 on the Saturday, because I still remember it was a Tuesday. I was like, okay, cool, can I have your number? So we exchanged numbers, and that's how I met my husband. Like this, that's actually how we met. Or we can actually do a video together. Yeah, a story time sometime. And then I went back to school the following year, and yeah, school happened, and later on, we got married. I think in 2023, we'll actually do a story time about those things. And I had a baby in 2024. His name is Kunasha Maika Tanyara Dzwamdarikwa. He's a very naughty boy who I love so much. And yeah, and then what happened? I graduated in 2023 with a bachelor honors degree in journalism and media studies, and I've been working at a certain company doing sales as a self-representative from 2024 up to now. So yeah, guys, that's actually all things about me. That's actually everything about me. Did I leave something? Did I don't know. Basically, that's the end of my video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, turn on the notification bell, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.